If you're a caregiver for someone with Alzheimer's disease, you know it can be a real challenge. But the more you learn about this disease, the more you can help those who live with it.
Alzheimer's disease, AD for short, is more than just forgetfulness. It's a disease of the brain called a dementia. By far, the most common dementia today. In a healthy brain, neurons are the messengers of thoughts and memories. But with AD, a protein called beta amyloid attacks the branches between the neurons, causing gummy blobs called plaques. While inside, the neuron becomes twisted into useless tangles.
What's happening is brain cells are beginning to die. First they get sick, and then after perhaps years' time, the cell actually dies.
What we know is that the brain is an amazing organ, and it tolerates the plaques and tangles of Alzheimer's disease without symptoms for somewhere between 10 and 20 years.
By then, the brain may actually have shrunk by as much as a third. The results are devastating.
The world doesn't look the same for them. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't sound the same. Actually, we know that in early Alzheimer's disease, many people lose their sense of smell. Or they can still smell, but they can't interpret what they're smelling.
But because AD moves so slowly, at first it's often mistaken for normal aging. In fact, it's anything but.
This is not just a quirk of personality, that there is something happening to the organ of the brain, and that it is sick, it has a disease, and is deteriorating over time.
What happens when AD strikes? It depends on what part or lobe of the brain it's affecting. When AD strikes here, in the hippocampus, people get short-term memory problems. They forget where they parked their car. New information doesn't stick. When AD attacks the temporal lobe, where a dictionary is stored, they begin to forget common, everyday words. Toothbrush and shoe. When AD spreads to the frontal lobe, their personality changes, sometimes without warning.
No! Don't do it! No!
They're just not the person they used to be. And when AD impairs the parietal lobe, they get lost easily. They forget how to do things they've done for years. Find numbers confusing, and don't know the date or the year, until the day comes when they don't recognize their own children.